Look, there's some other things in the news I want to touch on here. Homeland Security working overtime to add new Americans by 2016. This is our buddy Christian Adams. He was in the Justice Department, left the Justice Department when the Obama regime took over. He was the man, as you recall, that was running the case against the new Black Panther Party in Philadelphia on voter fraud, voter intimidation, when he learned that Eric Holder was going to drop the case, wasn't going to pursue it because of racial aspect of the defendants. He resigned. And he is now a columnist at PJ Media. He appears on television now, and he's a brilliant guy. And he's got a piece here. And this is, I mean, it's great because it's what everybody knows. It's what Executive Amnesty is all about. It's about registering Democrat voters. But here's how they're doing it. President Obama's amnesty by edict has always been about adding new Democrats to the voter rolls. Make no mistake about that, folks. All this other folderol is just that. All this, well, we got to bring them out from the shadows, Rush. These people are working hard and they're paying taxes and they're good citizens, except they're not citizens because we won't let them be. Well, come on, man. We got to be fair. We got to be nice. We got to let them come out of the shadows. We've got to be there. They're the ones making the country work, man. You've heard all that. That's not what this is about. This is about Democrat Party needing a permanent underclass. And this is about, it's a massive voter registration drive for the Democrat Party. That's what amnesty is. That's why so many of us do not understand the Republicans openly, eagerly trying to help. Sources at the Department of Homeland Security report to PJ Media that the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services is reallocating significant resources away from a computer system, the electronic immigration system. They're reallocating away from that, instead sending letters to all 9 million green card holders, urging them to naturalize prior to the 2016 election. Let me read that to you again. The Department of Homeland Security, sources there are telling Christian Adams and others at PJ Media that the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services is reallocating significant resources away from a computer system, the electronic immigration system, and instead sending letters to all 9 million green card holders. I guess they know where they are. Since they've got green cards, they're not in the shadows. We therefore know where 9 million of them are. How about that? And we're going to send them letters urging them to naturalize prior to the 2016 election. They've even named this effort. It's called the Department of Homeland Security Task Force on New Americans. You heard right. The Task Force on New Americans sending out 9 million personal letters. PJ Media has obtained an internal Dear Colleague letter written by Leon Rodriguez, the director and co-chair of the Task Force on New Americans. The letter refers to a White House report called Strengthening Communities by Welcoming All Residents. Isn't that just ideal? We are going to strengthen all communities by welcoming all residents. We are going to strengthen your community by making sure the illegals living in the shadows in your community now come out and naturalize. And that will make your community stronger. Leon Rodriguez has a tainted history. Not only was he a central player in the radicalization of Eric Holder's Civil Rights Division, Leon Rodriguez also undertook a purportedly illegal search of a government employee's computer in Montgomery County, Maryland. The details on this are at the Washington Post website. Now, the Leon Rodriguez letter to all 9 million green card holders, urging them to naturalize, says, this report outlines an immigrant integration plan that will advance our nation's global competitiveness and ensure that the people who live in this country can fully participate in their communities. Full participation is code language. Full participation is a term commonly used to include voting rights. That's what full participation means when these people start talking amongst themselves. To that end, resources within the Department of Homeland Security have been redirected toward pushing as many aliens and non-citizens as possible to full citizenship status so that they may fully participate in the 2016 presidential election. For example, the internal Department of Homeland Security letter states that one aim is to, quote, strengthen existing pathways to naturalization and promote civic engagement, close quote. This means, folks, that the Department of Homeland Security is not only rushing green card holders toward citizenship before the 2016 election, they are jamming previous visa holders toward green card status. I mean, if that's what they're encouraging people to go get their green card so that they can then get naturalized and vote before 2016. This is all part and parcel of Obama's executive amnesty. These policies and priorities add to the brazen public positions of the president toward enforcing immigration law, which essentially they're turning upside down. Now, this is not a shock to any of you who have been following what's happening with the illegal immigration and the amnesty. I mean, you know the objective has been to get them to vote. The objective all along here has been the registration of illegal aliens as Democrats. That's going to happen one way or the other. That's what all of this talk is about. What's newsworthy here is that it has been learned that the Department of Homeland Security is mobilizing now to essentially create 9 million new registered Democrats by the 2016 election among current green card holders. That's essentially what you need to know from this. Meanwhile, Congress hasn't acted. There is no amnesty yet. Obama hasn't signed it, whatever executive action he's in. Nothing's happened, but look at what they're getting ready to do. They're putting everything in place so that when Obama decides to go executive amnesty, it's not the beginning of any process. It's just the period. It's just the last thing to happen. When Obama signs executive amnesty, he'll have a statement. And he'll talk about this as the beginning of a bright new America, the beginning of a bright new future, the beginning of this or that. In fact, it'll be the end of the process of getting them registered to vote, because while Obama's waiting to sign, these efforts going on behind the scenes to get these people registered is taking place even now.